Well, a very good morning to all of you. Um, and thank you, KIT, for inviting me. So, let us start this talk thinking about you. Let it be all about you. What if you could get something, you can do something every day such that it gives you mighty results? Something like an Aladdin lamp, and you rub it, and then make a wish, and then you know that the genie will make it happen. Something very practical that you could do every day. Well, there is both good news and bad news. The good news is that you can achieve all your dreams. Great grades, great job, making an impact in the society, being a hero in your society, and having great love and relationship in your life. Well, before I tell you the bad news and your personal genie and Aladdin lamp that can help you achieve your dreams, I would want to take you to the journey of your mind. Where is the, I'm sorry? So as you're born, your mind is like a clean slate. You're very curious, smart, and intelligent. And I think your parents would have remembered the smile on your parents' face when you're talking about your childhood memories. Yeah. So you're almost like unstoppable. You're always wanting to take new challenges. You want to learn so many things. And then as you're growing, you're taught some rules. How many of you remember your parents, your teachers, or your friends talking about such rules? Don't cry, you'll be made fun, you can't tell your weakness to others, you can't be afraid, don't be a dartpoke, or you should always win. You can't make mistakes in your life. And don't laugh so loud. Telling lies is bad. You should not argue with others. Well, you're all with me, you don't have to tell it loud, but do you remember any of these things told at your families? Just, so that what's happening in the mind? The subconscious mind, which is always there to protect you from falling or saving you from danger, is learning. It's learning the acceptable and non-acceptable things. And it's also learning to downplay, hide, and mask your emotions. The painful emotions, basically, when you're fearful, angry, or hurt, or sad. And as we are progressing, we repeatedly experience a lot of painful experiences. We get hurt, we get disappointments, we get betrayed, punished, we are made wronged, we are made fun of. And when we are busily at one side of the brain is all about masking your pain and putting up a brave front, the other side of the subconscious mind is actively learning things. It's making its own meaning out of the situation, which is mostly negative, and trying to come up with its own negative thinking patterns. And your core negative thinking patterns influence your actions. Say, for example, there's a boy who gets 18 out of 20 in maths, and because of the prior conditioning that you should always win, thinks he's bad in maths. And then his subconscious mind will tell that, okay, I'm bad at maths, I can't do maths, I can't perform well in exams. And he says, because I failed last time, I'll also fail this time. I don't want to do it. And for the boy, it all seems natural. The mind tells, procrastinate, concentrate on other studies, don't concentrate right now on this maths. So your actions will be all how to avoid perfecting maths. And that's how your thinking patterns will be. And what does all this do? Your negative thinking patterns will block you, create barriers in achieving something. So whenever you wanted to achieve something big or some good situations where you wanted to excel, your negative thinking patterns will influence you, block you, and pull you down, impacting your self-esteem, confidence, your relationships, and mostly your performance. And as and when repeatedly your self-esteem and your performance is coming down, your stress, your feelings of helplessness, your hopelessness increases, leading into many mental health conditions. For the same person who thought he's not good at maths, right now thinks that he gets into an engineering, and then there's maths in engineering, he can't perform well, he fails, and because he has failed, he wants to cut out from all his family and friends. He doesn't want to tell that I failed in the maths, and then he avoids his friends, and then he doesn't know how he can pass in maths, and he doesn't get a job. And then since he doesn't get a job, he feels insecure, inferior to everybody in the society, and slowly gets into depression. That's how the flow is. And you won't be surprised that we have 1 in 10 people depressed in India today. The usage of substance or drugs is on a rampage. And with the most alarming part is that we have 176 million people who needs mental health care today, and there are only 20,000 experts who can offer this help. Even these people work for 24/7, they'll be not able to meet the need. And the most alarming thing would be, in India, mental health is stigma. Nobody wants to take care of their own mental health. They think mental health is only for people who are mentally ill. So with all these negative thinking patterns playing so many emotions in our mind, how can we help ourselves not to get into the trap of depression or anxiety or any other stress-related diseases? And there is enough research which says the stress-related disorders will lead into cardiovascular diseases and all that. And no wonder our happiness index of our nation is decreasing year on year at a very significant level. And if this trend continues, the world economic loss of our nation would be $2.08 trillion by 2030. So it's quite alarming. So can we change this? Definitely yes, we can change this by proactively taking care of your mental health, by boosting your mental strength and positive mental attitude. If you can replace your negative thinking patterns with a positive thinking pattern, and positive thinking patterns will give you positive actions leading to positive feelings. So all you need to do is undo certain things which you have learned unknowingly, and replacing it with something positive. Just like when you want to go for a gym, or you want to have your 6 packs or hourglass figure, you're trained on certain regimes and routines which you can do and which you can't do. So similarly, in case if you want to proactively take care of our mental health, we need to essentially take care of 3 things. One is converting those negative habitual patterns into positive, healthily managing our emotions, and the third one is to daily do some routine to boost our mental strength. And these 10 activities, doing together or doing in isolation, will ensure you get that. Let me explain each of it. Feelings and moods. We are so long trained to downplay our emotions. So after now, we hardly recognize what is the emotion we are facing right now. Understanding the emotions timely will give you an opportunity to act in a way which is beneficial to you. Something like, if I know that I am scared of public speaking, I train myself in the background multiple times such that I do good delivery of speech. Gratitude. Gratitude is something of counting our blessings, saying thank you to people who have helped us to come so far in life, and also when there is an adversity that is struck, thinking about the lesson we have learned. So people who are grateful in life are more happier, have much resiliency in life, can cope well with their stresses, and have huge, nice social connections. Meditation. Our negative thinking patterns are so deep-rooted and habitual that it's very difficult for us to identify and change them. Meditation will help you calm your mind and get present to those conscious and unconscious thinking patterns, and you'll be able to heal and deal with it. So if you ask me, meditation is the most powerful way to manage your negative emotions. Capturing 3 happy moments. When something bad happens, we remember it for a very long time. this friend did this person today this happened. But any happy thing happen, we hardly make notice of it because we are trained to only think about negative patterns. So consciously scanning for and capturing 3 happy moments every day will help you train your mind to think positive and be happy. And when that you will think about, when you are capturing it, you will also re-look into what made this moment happy for me, what is pleasurable in it. So when next time it happens, you will try to savor it for a longer time. So when the longer you are savoring your happy moment, it just gets more and more happier. Practice forgiveness. I'll talk about the goals at the end. Practice forgiveness. When somebody has wronged us, made fun of us, or ridiculed us, it's very difficult to forgive them. But forgiveness is not about accepting that what other person has done to us is right. But it is indeed giving permission to ourselves to let go of that traumatic experience and free ourselves from being victim, helpless, and give ourselves a very good permission to be happy, because every one of us deserve to be happy. Affirmations. When you talk about your negative thinking patterns, affirmations play a great role in redoing it. Say for example, recognizing your negative thinking pattern and coming up with a positive pattern and reaffirming it till it gets into your subconscious will actually influence you to act more positive. In the example, the boy who thought that he is not good at maths, if he can every day tell to himself and try to act upon it, saying I'm good at maths and I'll try to every day improve in it, celebrating its small changes, then eventually after a certain time, initially there will be resistance, but after a certain time he'll be able to better and better in maths. Random acts of kindness. Random acts of kindness is all about emotionally getting connected to others, showering love, compassion, celebrating the small successes genuinely for your friends and family's happiness, and giving a sympathetic ear. It could be like, you know, somebody who's having a bad day, just giving a hug or trying to listen to him, or giving your chance to someone else because if he's in need, or it could be volunteering for a cause. The good news about random acts of kindness is it doesn't only make others happy, but it will also make you immensely happy. And exercise. We all know physical exercise is very good for health, but exercise also plays a very important role in emotions. People who exercise, when you exercise, you start feeling better about yourself, your body, and you can relax. So whenever you're feeling very low and sad or spiraling into your negative emotions, we think, I can't do this, it's impossible, just go and do something. It could be, I don't say go to a gym or a Zumba class, but it could be as simple as gardening, cleaning some utensils, washing your clothes, or cleaning your almirah, anything which involves physical effort. That can just distract your mind from your negativity and try to concentrate on something else which can get away from your negative thoughts. Laughing loud. We know laughter is the best medicine and it can cure anything. But what I wanted to stress is laughing on our own self, laughing on our failures, being able to laugh at our kickiness, weirdness, not with a sign of weakness or guiltily or showing something, but to celebrate the real we who we are. We are no more afraid of showing the distinct person that is me. And at the end, setting goals and directions. Goals, when we hear about goals, we said, oh God, goals, but will eventually help you to focus. When you set a goal, understand why you want to set that goal, and then make small changes, you will be seeing the progress. So set a goal, why you want to achieve it, and then work on it. Be responsible for your failures. Seek help of your social support. Celebrate the small successes which is going in the direction of your goal. And then when you are really closer to the goal, you will have the courage and ambition to achieve for more, which otherwise you would not even think about. And these are all the activities that will help you enhance your mental strength. And your mental strength is your Aladdin lamp. All you need to do is rub it, saying, I wanted to do this for my own well-being for 20 minutes, and your genie is your positive mental attitude. The person who has positive mental attitude can do anything, everything in life. And thank you for the opportunity.